Let's take a look at how to do a site survey with SurveySnap on the iPad. After you've logged in, tap Create New Project and enter the name of the project at the top. You can enter in all the details now or enter that information later. At the bottom of the screen, you can toggle tutorial mode on or off. Tap Create Project to get started. In the center of the screen, tap the reference icon, then tap the plus to add a reference file. A reference file could be a floor plan or drawing, it could be a screenshot of a map, an aerial image, or a photo of the job site. And if you don't have any of that stuff, that's okay. You can insert a grid image that can be found for free at survey-snap.com. What you're trying to do is establish a general reference for where you're going to be pinning information to that as you do the site survey. Let's grab a floor plan to demonstrate this concept. This will be the first floor of the Guggenheim Museum. So we have the project, which is Guggenheim. Then we have the first reference, which is the first floor of the Guggenheim. Now we're going to add a smart pin, which is a grouping of media for a specific area where you're going to collect information. You can enter in notes about the lobby in this section. And then below, you can enter media items such as photos, audio recordings, text, and notes. This information will be displayed when you create the instant presentation later in the hierarchy on which you've established. So the project of Guggenheim, the reference of the first floor, and the smart pin of the lobby. Now let's add a photo to the lobby. You can also move the pin into place to represent its location on the reference file. Now let's tap on the photo so we can edit the information about the photo. You can change the title and also add some notes that will stay attached to that photo. And tap Save to save these changes. Next, let's look at the annotations. You can use lines and shapes and change the colors and line width to represent a specific area of the photo that you want to point out. Don't forget to tap Save to save these changes. And that's saved as a separate photo. Next, let's add a new smart pin to represent a new room or a new location of the reference file that you want to collect information on. We can add a variety of media here, including photos, audio recordings, and/or text reports. You can also add multiple reference files. So the hierarchy of having a project, the Guggenheim Museum, you could have the first floor. Now in this case, let's add the second floor, a new reference file to represent a new location inside of that project. As mentioned before, if you don't have a reference file, that's okay. You can add a grid image. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So this could represent another floor or a different location on the building, the exterior, or any other location. Then you can add smart pins to the grid to represent the different locations that you're collecting information about. And you can regroup these pins to kind of give yourself spatial awareness of the site survey. Now, once you have your project complete, you can go back through and make sure that all the information has been collected, all the reference files are there. You can flip through the photos and notes and make sure everything is correct. In the Settings tab, you can edit the project details, including the date, the time, the address of the project, and any details that you'd like to enter about that project. This is all information that's going to show up on the final report. Once that information is entered, tap Update Project, and then at the bottom of the screen you can tap Presentations, and it will automatically convert all the information into a presentation, including showing where all the reference files and smart pins are located, details about the project, and then it uses the hierarchy to display the information that was collected on the site survey. So under the lobby pin are all the photos and notes under lobby, and then the hallway pin, and so on. You can flip through to see all the reference files here, and then you can even quickly change the format of the output PDF by switching to side-by-side photo view, or even a punch list style where there's photos and notes side by side. When you're ready, you can tap the Save button to save that presentation, and all of those presentations will be saved in the History tab, so you can recall those at any time. Now, once you're ready to share the project, tap the Share button, and SurveySnap will store the PDF in the cloud and send a link. So no matter how large your project is or how many photos there are, this can be sent as quickly as sending a link. So that's a look at SurveySnap. For more information, go to survey-snap.com.